The Franklin Heights Public Housing Complex is closing entirely by the end of the year. Most residents have already moved out, and the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department has moved in to do some training.
We've had the opportunity through the city to train at Franklin Heights on January Street. And there's multiple apartment complexes out here, different individual buildings with so many apartments in each building. And it's a unique opportunity for us as a fire department. We're wanting to work on our basic skills for our fire department, anywhere from pulling hose lines, search and rescue, ladder in the building, initial receiving the call, response, water supply. Once we arrive on the scene, what our incident commander would do, how he would deploy his personnel and his equipment, given different scenarios such as, is it an apartment fire with multiple victims trapped? Is it multiple apartments on fire? Is the only way into the building the second floor? The idea behind the training is just to make us proficient. We're a very good fire department now, but we want to always reiterate our basic skills.
Before the training starts, the captains check the building for safety and set up the scenario. There can be multiple scenarios created, as Smith explains.
There could be multiple victims. Maybe there's not even a call for victims. They arrive on the scene, they have smoke, either it be heavy or light, where a fire could or possibly could not be. And then the incident commander from that point, or the person in charge, he assigns his engine companies and his crews to what objectives he wants to accomplish on the fire ground. Some of those objectives being, search and rescue, ventilation, fire attack, things like that, to make us successful to get those victims out of that building as quickly as possible.
Fire departments are measured by the ISO rating, which stands for the Insurance Service Office. Insurance companies calculate their rates to citizens based on this number. It's measured from 10 to 1, 1 being the best. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue sits at 2, and one of the main reasons it has such an excellent number is because of this basic training.
Everything we do, goes back to 95 or 99% of the fires we go in, we're always going to have a hose line. Every one of those fires, we're always going to be wearing personal protective equipment, SCBA, breathing air from the cylinder that's on our back. We're going to be doing basic search patterns, organized search patterns, organized fire attack, trying to place a hose line somewhere in the building between the fire and savable victims, people that are savable in the scene, and to get them out as quick as possible and get them to the hospital or emergency care.
After the training, a captain's job is to critique the work of the firefighters.
Positives and negatives, sure. We're going to talk about how we deploy hose lines. We're going to talk about better ways to get them off the pumpers. We're going to talk about quicker avenues to get in and make a more effective search. We're going to talk about better ways to deploy our ladders on the fire ground. Things that not only make victim rescue successful, but things that make firefighter safety very successful, that we all, as well as the people that are in danger, as well as us that are in danger in the scene, that we get back to our stations and that we're safe and we can make another call that day. But we're just blessed right now to have the opportunity to come over here and work on these skills.